Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Justin here, and you're watching Southern Fishing Addiction. And today I'm going to show you guys how to cast a baitcaster. Baitcaster I'm throwing right now is the Abu Garcia Black Max. 6:1 gear ratio. It's an okay baitcaster. It's really a good beginner baitcaster, and I've just had it since I started throwing it. It wasn't my very first one; it was my second baitcaster. My first one was a Pinnacle LP 100, I believe. I've had that one for like about 6 years now. I've had this one for about 3, and it's a pretty good reel. But once you fish with like higher quality reels, you kind of notice that this one's not that great. I mean, it looks nice. I've put some grips on it and everything. But so again, I'm gonna show you guys how to throw a baitcaster, and a lot of people are just really scared of it. I know a lot of people that just fish spinning reels because they are terrified of. One of my friends, he's tried before and he just absolutely hates it. Practice makes perfect. It just takes a lot of practice, and you'll get it fairly quickly. You won't get it in an instant. It'll take probably a day's worth of fishing to really get the hand of it. Get the feel of having a baitcaster in your hand, and you gotta learn how to use all your knobs and controlling the line with your thumb when you're casting and everything. So that's what I'm going to show you right now, actually. So when you're casting, make sure there's no branches, so I've got clearance. Yeah, see there's a blank branch right there. Let me move over here. Alright, so we got plenty of open space right here. I mean, there's no like specific way you should throw a baitcaster. You can throw it underhand, from the side, from above. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can pitch it. Pitching definitely comes with, along when you're more skilled at this. Then you can learn how to pitch. And some baitcasters even have a flip or a pitch setting on them that you can adjust it to. And that's actually really helpful. It's really nice. So when you're casting, you always start off with your thumb on the line, and you're going to go ahead and push down. You're going to unlock it. That's what that is. That's your lever to unlock it. And then you take your thumb off the lever, and now what's stopping the line from going down like that is your thumb. You're controlling it. Now you're in control. Okay, so you got that undone. When you're casting, right, I'm just going to show you how to do an overhand. You're just going to overhand it. You're going to take it, push the lever, push the lever down, thumb, whatever you want to call it, brake, anything. Put your thumb on the line. When you cast, you're going to come over your head. When you're casting, you're not letting go up here. That's too high. You're just going to throw your bait straight in the air. You're not letting go here. Here is too low. If I wait and throw it this way, I'm going to go straight down. You want to let go, I'd say right here is where you're taking your thumb off, is after you get past 90. You're just getting past 90 degrees, 90 degree mark. And you're right about here, and that's when you're kind of letting go of the bait. Kind of like a catapult. It flings the bait up, kind of out that way. You don't want to aim this. I'd say right about here is where you're letting go. So you're throwing, let go. So again, let's go through the motion again. Got it? You're right-handed, of course, you're doing it with your right hand. Finger on the line, your thumb on the line and the brake, or the lever, whichever you want to call it. Push down on it, so now it's released, and now you're stopping the line from moving. You're coming back and throwing, and it's more in the movement of your wrist. You're flicking it. You're not turning around and heaving the rod so much. That's not going to do you any good, really. It's the flick. You want to snap it. Snap it really hard. So you're going to bring it back, line on your finger on the line, you come back, and you can wind up a little, you kind of bring it back a little, you're just coming back, and your wrist back, so you got it like this, and you're using this hand also as, down force. You're flinging it like this. That's part of what this is down here for. You're coming, that's how you get a lot of that momentum, that leverage, that power, is bending it down. You're pushing this down, at the same time you're throwing the top with your right hand. And again, you're letting go, coming across, you let go, right here is where you're letting go of your line and you're casting it out. And I'll try and do it in a slow motion so you can see it. You want to try and keep your thumb on the line while it's going out. This buzzbait back in. Alright. Because that's how you're controlling the distance too. I mean, a lot of times you don't need to have it on. It depends. If you're throwing something really light, you want to be careful because you don't really want to throw light stuff on bait casters. Because that's how you get bird's nest a lot. So I'm going to pitch it from this. So I'm just actually going to stay throwing it overhand. So again, we're going to do it again. You're going to have your bait up there. Thumb on the trigger or the lock in the line. Push down. Unlock it. Take it off the lock. Come back a little. Just come back. Snap your wrist and let it go. So hopefully you got the hang of it now. Hopefully that kind of showed you kind of how it works. Now I'm going to show you your knobs over here. This is your braking system for while you're casting. This is what's going to control how far your bait goes. I'll crank it down all the way and show it real quick, and I'm going to cast the same distance or the same strength. That's all the way on. You know, it wasn't a light cast, but it wasn't too hard. It was just kind of cast it out there. And I got to be careful when I loosen it all the way. That's where you're going to get bird's nest. So again, I'm just going to do it the same strength. And see how much farther it went. And I almost got bird's nest. But I had my thumb on the line and was able to catch it. And let me rest this up again. I was able to catch it and make sure that I didn't get that bird's nest. So let me crank this back up. Right about. This is where I like to keep it. If I'm throwing heavier baits. If I'm throwing a lighter bait, of course, you don't want as much braking on it. You don't want as much, drag on it really. So you're going to loosen up the brakes if you're throwing something lighter. But again, be careful so you don't get bird's nest. When I'm throwing something heavier, I like to keep it a little closer towards max. Or, sometimes it'll have count from 1 to 10 or 1 to 20, depends. And then, this is a good rule of thumb for adjusting this knob right here. So you're going to watch as the bait falls, I tighten it down, and it stopped moving. So it's tightened down. This controls how fast this unspools. So if I loosen it, the bait's going to start falling. So the good rule of thumb to go by is you want your bait to fall on its own weight and hit the water without any bird's nest happening. So you want to loosen it up a little to where you're going to reel it up, press the button, it's going to fall on its own. See, too much, it's too tight here because it's falling, but it's stopping. And do it with your rod completely horizontal. And that time it kind of worked. It's still a little too tight. So yeah, it's still way too tight. So I'm going to loosen it just a tad bit. Let it drop. That's perfect. Fell down at a good speed and none of the line came off. No bird's nest happened. So we're going to watch that again. Perfect. The bait's falling on its own. And the line is stopping as soon as it hits the water. Which is really good. It's really nice. That's literally perfect. And you want to do this every time you put on a new bait. Alright, so in the drag system here, it's a star drag system really. That's what you can call it. You're rotating the star to the. Gotta get your handle to stay still, and you're just pushing the star, and that's tightening it, and this is loosening it. And I'm gonna tighten it up a little more. That's better. Oh, it's a little tight. Alright. And again, we'll go through the motion of casting in the Baitcaster one more time. Both fingers on the line and the lock. Push down. Now you're holding it with your thumb. Coming back. And it's on the wrist. snapping your wrist, releasing just after you hit 90 degrees, and keeping your thumb on the line. Make sure you keep pressure on it so that all the line does not fly off and give you bird's nest. Alright, thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. I really hope that this helped you figure out how to use one of these bad boys. Baitcasters, great to have in your arsenal, make you much better fishermen. And so, alright, if you are new to my channel, you just clicked on this video because you were typing in YouTube, you wanted to figure out how to wanted to figure out how to use one of these, and you decided to watch my video, which I thank you for. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hey, really, you're gonna love the fact that you did that, because I've got a lot of good videos, a lot of cool videos of big fish and how-to videos, and a lot more videos to come in the future. So just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll put a link actually on the screen somewhere up here. You just go ahead and click that and it'll get it right out of the way for you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like and share the video. I'd really appreciate that. And go ahead and leave a comment below. Your feedback really helps me with my channel and the content that I put out for you guys. Helps me make better videos. And I'd love to know if this video helped you at all, you know. Did you learn a few things? Did you learn how to actually cast one of these? Or did I only help you out a little bit? I want to know if I could have done better or if I did good. You know, I like that kind of stuff. It's good. And I like to see you guys, you know, talk down there and discuss. It's all fun to read. Alright, but again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.